Hello, this is Scott Baceno from telecoms.com at Mobile World Congress 2019, and I'm talking to Atul from Conviva. So Atul, why don't you start by telling us some of the main themes of the show for you so far?
Okay, Scott, what we are trying to see here is, if you see the way industry is changing over the last few years, it has changed dramatically, and what used to be traditional VAS earlier now is morphing into digital VAS, or the digital services, because everybody now wants to go onto digital bandwagon, and with digitization of various content and content related services, it is very, very important for all customers and operators to actually enable those services for their subscribers, because that's what they are looking for today. And what I mean by digital services is, today if you see, the traditional VAS used to be around voice based services, and in digital VAS what you have is things around entertainment or education or travel or healthcare, all of them in digital form. Right. And with smartphones becoming more and more prevalent around the globe and expected to touch around 80% over the next 3-4 years globally, the way service is to be delivered now and the way it was being delivered earlier, it has undergone significant transformation now. And so we really need to reach out to our consumers on new age interfaces, whether it's social media, whether it's IoT based devices, and make them discover services from these new interfaces in addition to the traditional interfaces, because traditional interfaces will still stay, but enabling discovery of these services on the new age interfaces. If you see, social media is primarily used for promotions. Why not use social media for acquisition? Why not use it for consumption? And why not use it for customer care as well? So serve the customers on social media in a holistic way. And if you look at the way IoT devices are coming in, why not enable those customers to be able to discover services through these devices, whether it's Alexa or Google Assistant on all these devices. Not only discover, but also be able to subscribe for these services and consume these services from there. So that is the basic theme that we see is emerging now, and that is what I would like to explore in MWC this year.
Okay, and what about Conviva, your company? What sort of solutions, what offerings do you have to help the market achieve some of what you've described?
Okay, if you look at the way digital services experience is being delivered now, so it is no longer a black box which used to be given to operators earlier and somebody would run that system. Now, the way we see it is there are 4 layers to the whole business. The first layer is the platform layer, which of course has to allow consumers to discover, subscribe, and also be able to make use of some of the cutting edge technologies in terms of artificial intelligence, augmented reality, content, metadata creation, automated metadata creation, and image recognition, some of those kind of things. Second layer which is also there is the services on top of the platform, because the platform on its own doesn't do anything. So how do you really identify what kind of right services a particular subscriber may need in a different country? Because the consumer behavior is different at all the places, the pricing is different, their expectations are different, the kind of services they consume are different, and it also depends on the age group you are trying to target and all those things. So you really need to identify the right services for those consumer segments. Now you have identified services, but most of these services actually need content. So you really need to have healthy content partnerships for the consumer segments that you are trying to target. So we work across entertainment, which could be in movies, music, games. We work across learning, which could be learning for young kids or learning for adults. We also work across travel and healthcare. So these are various segments which we operate in terms of services. So we identify partners who have the right content for these kind of services, bring them on board, enable their services, or we create our own services, and then take it to consumers. Now you have content, you have services, you have the platform, but you still need to monetize it. Now for that what we do is we have something called business operations, where we do consumer segmentation, where we identify service gaps, where we repurpose the services for the different types of devices on which the services are being consumed. and then run those campaigns and then enable the revenue generation for our customers. So that's what we typically do across the globe in multiple countries.
That's great. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thanks,
Cheers.
Scott. Thank you very much.